Jason Hollis wasn't born with a silver spoon. He grew up in a modest neighborhood where luxuries were few and far between. His family struggled to make ends meet, and Jason quickly learned the value of hard work and perseverance. He wasn't handed a trust fund. There were no safety nets, no financial cushions to fall back on. Every penny counted, and every opportunity had to be seized with both hands. Jason had something else, something burning within him: ambition. This ambition was not just a fleeting desire, but a relentless drive that pushed him to dream bigger and aim higher. From a young age, he saw opportunity everywhere, particularly in the stock market tickers flashing across his television screen. While other kids were engrossed in cartoons, Jason was fascinated by the world of finance. He was captivated by the dance of numbers, the rise and fall, the promise of wealth. The stock market seemed like a living entity, constantly moving, constantly changing, and Jason wanted to understand its every move. It seemed like a giant puzzle, and Jason was determined to solve it. He loved the challenge, the complexity, and the potential rewards that came with it. Jason devoured books on investing, spending hours at the local library, immersing himself in the wisdom of Warren Buffett and Benjamin Graham. He read everything he could get his hands on, from classic investment strategies to modern financial theories. He'd scribble notes in the margins, his mind racing with strategies and predictions. His notebooks were filled with ideas, plans, and insights, each one a step closer to his ultimate goal. The stock market, he realized, wasn't about luck. It was a game of skill, knowledge, and timing. It required a deep understanding of value, the ability to manage risk, and the courage to make bold moves. It was about understanding value, managing risk, and having the courage to make a move. Jason knew that success in the stock market wasn't guaranteed, but he was willing to put in the work to increase his chances. By the time Jason finished high school, he had a plan. He had mapped out his future, setting clear goals and outlining the steps he needed to take to achieve them. He would attend a state university, majoring in finance, all the while honing his trading skills. He knew that a solid education was crucial, but he also understood the importance of practical experience. He knew the road ahead wouldn't be easy. There would be obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But Jason was prepared for the challenges that lay ahead. But Jason thrived on challenges. Each obstacle was an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to prove himself. He was determined to turn every setback into a stepping stone. He was ready to prove himself, to turn his ambition into a tangible reality. He set clear, achievable goals and worked tirelessly to reach them, never losing sight of his ultimate dream. The stock market beckoned, and Jason was prepared to answer its call. He was ready to dive into the world of finance, to take calculated risks, and to make his mark. With his ambition, determination, and unwavering focus, Jason Hollis was on his way to turning his dreams into reality. College life was a whirlwind of classes, parties, and late-night study sessions. The campus was always buzzing with energy, from the early morning rush to classes to the late-night gatherings in dorm rooms. Students were constantly juggling their academic responsibilities with their social lives, trying to make the most of their college experience. But for Jason, it was also a training ground. While many of his peers were focused solely on their studies or socializing, Jason had a different agenda. He saw college as an opportunity to prepare for the real world, to hone his skills and build a foundation for his future career. He balanced his coursework with meticulous research, poring over financial statements and market trends. Jason spent countless hours in the library, surrounded by stacks of financial reports and textbooks. He was determined to understand the intricacies of the market, to decode the patterns and trends that could lead to successful investments. While his friends were out at bars, Jason was glued to his computer screen, tracking the ebb and flow of the market. The glow of his laptop was a constant companion during those late-night hours. He would analyze charts, read up on the latest financial news, and make notes on potential investment opportunities. He started small, investing a few $100s here and there, learning from both his successes and his inevitable missteps. Each trade was a lesson, each gain a small victory, and each loss a valuable experience. Jason kept a detailed journal of his trades, noting what worked and what didn't, always striving to improve. He joined the university's investment club, eager to spar with like-minded peers and soak up knowledge from seasoned professors. The club meetings were a highlight of his week, a chance to discuss strategies, share insights, and learn from others who shared his passion for finance. Jason was a sponge, absorbing information, constantly seeking an edge. He attended every guest lecture, read every recommended book, and spent hours researching online. His thirst for knowledge was insatiable, and he was always on the lookout for new ways to gain an advantage in the market. It was during his sophomore year that Jason stumbled upon Bitcoin. At first, it was just a curiosity, a new topic to explore, but the more he learned, the more intrigued he became. Bitcoin was unlike anything he had ever studied before. This new, decentralized currency fascinated him. The idea of a currency that wasn't controlled by any government or financial institution was revolutionary. Jason spent hours reading about the technology behind Bitcoin, the blockchain, and the potential it had to disrupt traditional financial systems. It was volatile, unpredictable, and unlike anything he'd ever encountered. The price fluctuations were wild, and the market was still in its infancy. But Jason saw potential where others saw chaos. He believed that with the right approach, he could navigate the volatility and come out ahead. Jason sensed an opportunity, a chance to get in on the ground floor of something revolutionary. He knew that investing in Bitcoin was risky, but he also knew that the greatest rewards often came from taking the biggest risks. He spent weeks researching, analyzing, and planning his strategy. He knew there were risks, but his gut told him to dive in. With a mix of excitement and apprehension, Jason made his first investment in Bitcoin. It was a bold move, but he was confident in his research and his ability to adapt to the ever-changing market. This was just the beginning of his journey into the world of cryptocurrency. Jason threw himself into the world of cryptocurrency. It was a realm that promised both immense rewards and significant risks, but Jason was undeterred. He was captivated by the potential of digital currencies to revolutionize the financial landscape. The allure of decentralization, the promise of anonymity, and the thrill of high-stakes trading drew him in like a moth to a flame. He spent countless hours researching blockchain technology, diving deep into the mechanics of how it worked. He read white papers, attended webinars, and joined online forums where enthusiasts and experts shared their insights. Jason was determined to understand every facet of this new financial frontier. Understanding the intricacies of this new financial frontier was no small feat. Jason meticulously analyzed market trends, studied historical data, and kept abreast of the latest news in the crypto world. He knew that knowledge was power, and he armed himself with as much information as he could gather. He started trading Bitcoin and Ethereum, riding the wave of their meteoric rise. His intuition proved correct. Jason's early trades were successful, and he quickly realized that he had a knack for predicting market movements. The thrill of seeing his investments grow was exhilarating. His early investments multiplied, quickly turning into a small fortune. Jason's portfolio showed significant gains, and he couldn't help but feel a sense of pride and accomplishment. He had taken a risk, and it had paid off handsomely. He became known on campus as the Crypto King, a moniker he initially dismissed but secretly enjoyed. His peers looked up to him, and he found himself giving advice to those who wanted to follow in his footsteps. The recognition was flattering, and it boosted his confidence even further. Jason had always been confident, but his success fueled a growing sense of invincibility. He began to see himself as someone who could do no wrong, someone who had the Midas touch when it came to investments. This newfound confidence was both a blessing and a curse. He saw himself as a visionary, someone who could predict the market's every move. Jason believed that he had a unique insight into the world of cryptocurrency, an ability to see patterns and trends that others missed. This belief drove him to take even bigger risks. With his newfound wealth, Jason's lifestyle changed. He began to indulge in the finer things in life, buying luxury items and celebrating his success with friends. The money gave him a sense of freedom and power that he had never experienced before. He moved out of the dorms and into a luxurious apartment. The new living space was a testament to his success, a physical manifestation of his achievements. Jason took pride in his new home, enjoying the comfort and prestige it brought. He bought a brand new car. The sleek, expensive vehicle was more than just a mode of transportation. It was a symbol of his newfound status. Driving it around campus, he felt a sense of pride and accomplishment that was hard to match. He was living the high life, enjoying the fruits of his labor. Fancy dinners, exclusive parties, and luxurious settings became the norm for Jason. He reveled in the lifestyle that his success had afforded him, savoring every moment. But amidst the champagne toasts and lavish spending, a dangerous seed was being sown, the seed of overconfidence. Jason's success had made him believe that he was invincible, that he could continue to make money without fail. This overconfidence would soon lead him down a perilous path, one that would test his resilience and wisdom in ways he had never imagined. Section 4. Hubris and high risks. As Jason's wealth grew, so did his ego. He started taking bigger risks, ignoring the fundamental principles that had brought him success. He dismissed the advice of his more cautious friends, believing he knew better. Jason had become a slave to his own hype, convinced he could do no wrong. He ventured into riskier altcoins, chasing quick profits and ignoring the warning signs. He leveraged his portfolio, betting more than he could afford to lose. Jason was playing a dangerous game, and the house always wins. The market, as it always does, began to turn. The initial euphoria surrounding cryptocurrencies waned, replaced by a sense of uncertainty. Jason, blinded by his own hubris, failed to see the writing on the wall. He held on to his positions, convinced the market would rebound. He was wrong. Section 5. The crash and the fall. The cryptocurrency market crashed. It was swift and brutal. Bitcoin and Ethereum plummeted in value, taking Jason's portfolio down with them. His leveraged positions magnified his losses, wiping out his gains and then some. Overnight, Jason went from being a self-made millionaire to drowning in debt. The fall was as swift as his ascent. The fancy apartment, the car, the lavish lifestyle, it all vanished. Jason was left with nothing but a mountain of debt and a crushing sense of failure. The once confident and brash trader was now a shadow of his former self. He withdrew from his friends, ashamed and filled with self-recrimination. The weight of his mistakes pressed down on him, threatening to consume him entirely. The world that had once seemed so full of promise now felt cold and unforgiving.